Welcome back to the all negative traits character playthrough for Project Zomboid. We had 28 negative traits, but now we're down to 25. That 26th one is actually a positive one because we are now strong. And we have normal fitness now. Nice. Hopefully it'll stay that way because we're at normal weight in our health. We're at 83 kilograms. And honestly, today I want to get hot wiring, but I didn't want to do it off camera because I think I would be chastised for that. And honestly, I wouldn't want to go through Rosewood and just skip over the entire thing, because then I'd be practically done. I mean, this character is about to graduate. He's so much better than he was when he started. Like, he doesn't run out of breath from crossing the street, which was where we started out with. A couple of you guys have even started your own playthroughs and just told me, like, holy crap, I can't believe how bad he is on day one. He's not that bad anymore, so if you ever try it on your own, I don't want to give you that impression, but he is rather bad still, and will never be very good with knives. I just want to take a moment. And if you want to skip this explanation, you can. I'll be sitting here so you'll know where it starts in the video. But I just want to say thank you to you as viewers, to the developers of the game who have often been kind and supportive in my own endeavors, and to anybody else who has supported this channel in any way. I can't thank you enough for this. This series has 150,000 views now on the first video. It's insane. I never thought that, like, a channel of my size with this scope of a series would ever get that high. So I'm profoundly grateful in that way to have, I don't know, represented the game in that capacity. So thank you for making such an awesome game, Indie Stone. Thank you guys as viewers for all the tips, support, and help and feedback you've given me over the years. I can't thank you enough, because when I first started out, I couldn't make a video and get 30 views on it. And I was like, this is an interesting game that is possible for me to be seen on YouTube. And I think it's grown. I think the number of other creators for this game has grown back to a more healthy state. And I don't know, it's cool to watch and be a part of. That, and just a quick announcement. So I will likely be updating this series slightly less, because there's just an ungodly amount of grinding with this particular character at this point. Once we get hot wiring, he's, for all intents and purposes, done. He's not going to get that much stronger. Maybe we could do a lot more on fitness and strength, but I honestly just want to go about and straight up do some experiments in some videos, just to help newer players or veteran players alike, because I've found out a lot of things in this series that have just been kind of experimental, and I think would benefit the community or just knowledge of the game if I were to make something and put it out there like that. Oh yeah, whoops, I have one more thing to say. So, that, and as soon as multiplayer hits, you can expect more new and different stuff, because me and a couple of the other YouTubers really want to get together to make some multiplayer content like we used to. We had a lot of fun doing it, but we could only do like one-shot videos because everybody's schedule was so crazy, but we've been getting organized, so hopefully that'll pay off. And, yeah, I don't know what else. Possibly an all positive traits character playthrough. I was thinking of doing a winter one, but at this point we've pretty much made it to winter, so I'm just gonna continue winter with this character. Anyway, I'm gonna go around town and I'm gonna start to disassemble everything, because we need about 23 experience points, and if I could find some sort of quick fix where I have a lot of electronics, the only place that I can really think of on this map is the mall. But pretty much that's just the goal. Like, I want to get that last experience, and then wall in Worm Man for like a nice hibernation in the winter. He really does deserve a break. He's been stabbing hundreds and hundreds of zombies, now at 274, a number that we never thought he would ever reach. But he has. He has a woolly cap. He'll be warm in the winter. These caps are really, really OP. As things stand right now, I go from like 3 chevrons cold to no chevrons cold when I put on a woolly hat. I don't know if that's intended. I don't know if my beard is keeping me warmer. But hey, it's all under development. And, what are we at right now? It's just so goddamn... It's about 3500ths of a point for electronics. So what I think I'll do is just narrate. I've heard some mixed feedback from the, what was I going to say? From the time lapses, and one person actually told me that they had like epilepsy, so I want to avoid them to a certain extent, just because I don't think they're very artful when they get too fast. So I think I'm just going to speed through, tell you what I'm disassembling, and then we'll get on to the cars. I found a radio in this car, and I found another radio in this car. There was yet another radio in the adjacent car. There was no radio in this car. And I managed to get home before my exhaustion went up. I'm really nervous about that exhaustion because the winter gets cold if you are not from Earth. And that's going to slow us down more, so I might not even be able to walk away from zombies. Now, where is this giant hole in the fence? I was told that I'm blind by about 50 people. And I don't believe any of you. I can see that there's a hole right there, but that's actually covered up by a car. There must be another one, so I'm going to walk the perimeter. I do not see the hole in the fence. I know that there is a giant hole in the fence right there, but that's covered up by the car. I mean, maybe they spawn through it, but that's the entire perimeter. I may be the greatest idiot in the world right now. And I know that I can't see the car, but that's because of my low perception. There is a car there, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not the one who needs glass, or maybe I am. But you know what? I'm gonna get roasted for this. I know later, but I will go to bed, and I digress. I will look for more electronics tomorrow. Alright, well, I've walked this perimeter in multiple areas, and I know that when I turn away, the car seems to disappear, so I don't think there's any way they're spawning around it. It could be that crawlers make it under, or during the night when they get too close and I sleep, they, like, respawn or something around the car. But, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna look like an idiot later if I fuck this up, but I think I'm right on this one. So, yeah, this car is, or it should be blocking the entrance. And they cannot get through it, at least the way the game is built right now. So anyway, actually this is a terrible idea, I'm not gonna go through this way. I'm going to go over the fence on the other side. We're gonna make our way back into Rosewood, and we're just gonna find any electronics that we can, because there should be enough here for me to get to the next level, and then just, I don't know, take some other car and hightail out of here, because I want to get out of this town ASAP. I don't want to be in any towns with this character. It is not safe. Alright, we're making our way back over to Rosewood. It's just gonna be a not a jog, it's gonna be a walk. God, I haven't played in a while. I'm jogging. Amateur move. Alright, we're getting out of here, The real main concerns are the depression and the anxiety. I think I'm not sure if the anxiety does, but the depression is gonna cause me to take every single action slower. So we won't be able to grab stuff as fast, so I've gotta be careful the way that I enter some of these houses to make sure that I give myself enough time. I also don't really want to creep around town because that's going to make me, see, even right here, I think it's just light-footed. That's causing me to make less noise as I move. So I'm actually better off walking until I get really close to the houses. Alright, well, you know what? This is a respectable house. We have made it. And since I don't think that noise, but I think that sight travels through houses, because I've shot off guns in houses before and I've had zombies not hear me. This is probably not supposed to be built in the game right now, or there was something messed up with the way I was doing it, but sometimes they will not hear a gunshot that's like right next to them if you're in a house. Let's try eating this canned tomato. You know, if we can avoid the worms, I will. And I am. I'm Tomato Man now. From Fortnite. I couldn't help it. Alright, let's see. Shoes, belt, purse. Nope. None of the above. Alright, I'm just gonna keep on searching for electronics and go as that way. One potential shortcoming of this method of looting is the fact that when I need to open up a car, there's a lot of inventory management, and since I am not dexterous and I'm also severely depressed, it's gonna take me like an hour to open up every single car. Cars are usually a good source of electronics since they pretty reliably have radio. Oh, all the firemen. I mean, they have nice clothing and gear. It's very, very good for scratch protection, but I'm not even sure at this point that's going to help me that much anymore. You know what? I'm going to see if I can get up to the top floor. No, that's probably a death sentence if I do that, because then I'll need a sheet rope, and I don't have a sheet rope. I'm going to peacefully saunter through Rosewood until I find a pile of watches for me to disassemble. Okay, hopefully this is not a death sentence, but I figured that some of these richer houses probably have a lot of electronic devices in them, And seeing as zombie pathing leads them around a fence, I'm going to lead them all to the backyards of these houses, hop the fences, and then try the houses and hope that they don't path around. See, enough of them forget me by this point, and probably if I just, like, duck out, like, their visual memory is very, very short. So now if I hop over, I shouldn't have as many to deal with on this side because they should forget me unless if I'm still noise aggroing or memory aggroing them. At this point, I don't know if any of these things exist. They're all just things that I suspect are in the game's code based on everything that I've intuited up till this point. I'm no expert, but, let's see. I found a radio in the kitchen. I found a zombie wearing jorts. I found another radio and a lamp in the office. I disassembled 2 red lamps in the bedroom. I went to sleep, making it to 60 experience out of 75. I found beef jerky in a car and ate it. Alright, as an aside, these, like, fenced neighborhoods, now that fence hopping exists in the game, I guess you could have done this with the sledgehammer before, but these things are OP because you can break line of sight and just peacefully loot house to house. So, I didn't notice it, but I honestly just came into the greatest, safest area to get things done. So, more of these houses. I dismantled the TV in the living room. I found 5 canned goods in this place. There are padded pants in here. I'm going to take these and not wear them because I'm going to need them in the winter, and all I've been finding up till this point are jeans. These things must be really rare because I haven't found any of them. I feel like I used to find padded pants a lot more often in the past, but just no padded pants recently. And a long dress. Well, I am the last man on Earth. I found a ham radio in the garage. I found zombies in my backyard. There was a Valuetech radio in the bookshelf. There was a Valuetech radio upstairs. There was another ham radio in the cop car. There was a digital watch on this lumberjack man. I assassinated people in the rain. An alarm went off when I came into this house, so I grabbed everything I could like a burglar. I equipped my umbrella because it was raining now, and I made my way through the rest of the neighborhood. With the neighborhood all but lost, I barricaded myself into a room and went to sleep for the night. They got in my bedroom. I have no clue how this happened. Holy fucking shit. How the fuck did that go from 4 bars to none? I have not seen that before. Holy shit. I didn't know that they take down 4 barricades at once and not just one at a time. Clearly my senses, I'm glad that I did that once to learn from it, but holy shit. How am I alive? Probably because I had napped so much and I was strong enough to push them over, but that will never happen again. I now know the weight of several undead arms bearing upon a door is more than enough to destroy 4 planks. Alright, let's get the rest of this electronics and get the hell out of this neighborhood. I found another radio in this purple car. I found another radio in the pink car. I found another radio in the black car. Afterward, I entered the top part of the restaurant, which has a few TVs in it, so that I could get more experience. The downstairs is being attacked, though, so I might have to get out of here with a sheet rope. And down the rope I went. The last places I'll go will be on the edge of the town. There's a few restaurants over here where I suspect there might be a few electronic devices for me to take apart and get the rest of my experience. Now it's down to only about 8, I think. 8 or 7. I found safe butter to eat in the fridge, and more coffee, and more coffee. I took apart the tabletop soda machines, and it pains me to say it, but I don't think that there's any way to take apart a cash register. You can neither do it by clicking on it, at least as far as I've seen, nor can you bring it into your inventory, so they are just useless. I found more garbage bags to bring home, too. Now only 5 XP away, I'm not taking any major risks, I'm just gonna go back through town. This is the only time I've ever had such a large perception radius from all the coffee I've eaten. I can't believe it, but I feel like a god. Okay, I'm gonna go into the gas station and see if there's any last-minute items I can... I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go home. I disassembled this car's radio. I disassembled some payphones. I killed this guy. I got a whiskey bottle, not for me, but for Molotovs. I dismantled some earbuds. I realized that every single room in this motel has a light, except that it's gonna be impossible for me to do it because there's so many around here. I fought them off one by one. You know, one weird part about this character is that he's still got all of his other shit to worry about, but he doesn't get panicked when he's near zombies anymore. I have almost no negative moodles right now because we just ate tons of coffee, which is the main thing that's keeping me around. Except right now, this is the only time in the last 4 months where I've had only one positive moodle, I think. At this point, I think we have all the lamps that we will ever need. I think our job is done. We should be able to hotwire. Okay, this guy has a walkie-talkie, and that's literally the last item I need to disassemble. I think that's been about like 1,000 electronics. It's got to be something like that. Or what is it, 100? 200, like, that's around 210, no, over 210, 215 electronic devices or so that it's taken me to get level 1 electronics. But now, holy shit, my brother, we can hotwire cars. Wormman's now a god. He's going to ascend into heaven right on the spot. Alright. This is fucking bananas. I never thought this character would get to this point. Let's just, like, take a second to appreciate where he is. 5 fitness, 7 strength, 3 sprinting, 6 light-footed, 1 nimble, 6 sneaking, 1 maintenance, going on 2, carpentry 3, cooking 2, farming 3, first aid, who gives a shit, electrical 1, metal, well, we don't care about metal working right now. Mechanics 2, foraging 2, and now we can hotwire goddamn cars. This is bullshit. And they're all locked. Oh, great. Okay, let's find one that's open or break open a window. Alright, we're going to hotwire the engine. We've got everything we need. This car appears to be in decent condition. And at this point, wow, full tank of gas. Holy god damn shit, that's crazy. I cannot believe that. This car is in, like, mint condition. That is, well, you wouldn't say mint condition. You would say that for, like, comics or collectibles, but at this point, oh, god damn. I feel like I just grew a new set of balls or something. This is weird. Okay, at this point, yeah, we're done. He has now become a decent human being. He is no longer limited by his massive... Holy shit. Oh, man. In this moment, I just have so much... He's no longer... He's practically not even agoraphobic or claustrophobic anymore. He is still illiterate. Yes, he always will be that way. Yes, he still has high thirst. Yes, he's still... okay, he's still crap. But at the same time, you know what? He's a crap character in a car, and that means so much more. That means so much more. He is the greatest man since Abraham Lincoln. Oh! Oh, shit. Man, you know, I never thought that I would be able to do this. But, holy cow, this is bananas. This is bananas. I never thought that this character would... I am just happy right now. I never thought he would get... that one was alive. I never thought that he would get to this point. Okay, not only does this give me access to that car that I just had, but now every single car around here is in my access. So I'm just going to use this to, like, well, I'd better think through I'd better think through this first. We could live out of cars. Honestly, we could live out of cars. This one has a broken window, so I could not live out of this one. But at this point, slightly thirsty. I'm just gonna stay in here and, you know what, I'm gonna think over my options. Whenever I do something too hasty, I get myself killed. Okay, it looks like enough zombies have disappeared in front of this car. You know, I don't trust these setups, though, because it just takes my guy so long to get out of a car. I'm going to see if there's anything left in my main... There is not a zombie in the car, right? Okay, yes, it's a good thing that I checked this, because there was a shitload of stuff in my car. Okay, let's grab all of this bullshit. He can't hit me from over there. That's the reason why I always take out the passenger side window. We'll grab the rest of the crap in this car, but who cares at this point, because we can do anything, because we can hotwire cars. That's essentially a ticket to anything that we want in the game. Enough of these things have gas in them, too. I'm beginning to realize all the cars back where I live are crap, but here in the city, there's some non-crap cars. Will you shut up? Alright, we'll check the trunk, and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay, I had mentioned parallel parking before, but at this point, just to give myself access to the trunk, I'm going to... Don't you dare get inside of this compound, or I will be very angry. At this point, I'm going to just park the car right up against the fence so that I have access from the inside. They should not be able to get me from here. I might even be able to get the remaining gas out of this car. Then I'm going to push this car out of the way with the other car and roll out of here. Because screw it at this point, this entire neighborhood has just been a hellhole, but the one that got me the liberation I need. Okay, slight change of plans, so they got inside of the compound because I stupidly went over the things, so I'm just going to run them all over, continue. This may backfire. This may very well backfire, but enough rolling and not letting them near the driver's side window, and I should be fine. I just need to really, really protect my driver's side window. Is the driver's side window the one that I took? I believe that the driver's side window is the... Wow, that was not so smart of me. Never destroy the driver's side window, so now I need to act with extreme caution, not letting them get anywhere near the driver's side window, because... Oh, cars don't do that unless if exhibit is near them. Okay. Good. Good. Alright, let's stop aggroing the entire neighborhood and get out of here. Well, with all due respect, I don't ever want to see Rosewood again. Oh, you know what? Forget about the gas. We're getting out of here. I don't want there to be any more of them. We can get more gas later, but I have one life. I have one life, and I have most of the gas. That's fine. Goodbye. Goodbye, town. Good night, moon. Alright. Farm, here I come. This is what I'm talking about. Rosewood is uninhabitable. It would be unthinkable. It would be inconceivable for... It would be Please tell me that you watched The Princess Bride. It would be inconceivable for me to kill this many. Unless if I have that whiskey bottle. Now we're talking about... See, at this point, and this is the reason why I explained at the beginning of the video that I'm going to be doing more experimental kind of stuff at this point, because once you get to this point with a character, you just start to run out of ideas, to be completely honest, and it would either take me a lot of grinding, or a lot of fire, and a lot of car alarms, to do anything really engaging with the game anymore. So, I think at this point, I'm going to leave this at home. I will let him make progress. I would like to see if he could get better at sneaking, because I still think that there's potential in the knife kill. I would like to be able to get totally stealth kills in Project Zomboid. I think I'm gonna need level 10 on stealth and everything, though. So we'll have to set off a few more car alarms, we'll push the tree for a few more months, and then hopefully this character will actually ascend into godhood at that point, because right now he's good, he's a demigod, but he's not quite a Super Saiyan yet, you know what I mean? Alright, at this point we're just gonna leave this car here with the others. We've got a whole slew of these things at this point. I don't even think that I've used up the whole batteries on these ones. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to get these other cars in there. The last skills that we could really train. And I should be careful here because it could be a massive respawn at my base. There might be a lot of zombies when I get back. I'm not 100% sure about this. Didn't I also plant potatoes? It's only one day later than it is in real life in the game. January 3rd. I don't remember what year it starts in a default. I think it's either 1993 or 1994. But, there may be a lot of zombies at my base. Anyway, what I foresee in the near future for this character, I would say massive tree pushing. Just a whole crap ton of tree pushing. Another weight sustainment you know, run. Either that or I did manage to find 4 garbage bags. Oh, they're still in my truck. But I did manage to find 4 garbage bags back there, so it's going to make watering a lot easier in the fields. So we could actually do watering throughout the winter. I mean, we may get snow, or we could just plant things closer to the well to make it a little bit more convenient for us. Let me just listen for a second. There might be some around here. No, I hear only the birds. It brings me back to Neo Scavenger. Neo Scavenger is my other favorite game of this ilk. All right, at this point, was that a... Something's just gonna come... Like, I'm gonna get struck by a meteor now that I have... There's gonna be a meteor. Alright, at this point, he is safe. I could see him getting better with reloading. I think there's a way to cheese that, too. Some of you guys have been talking to me about that. I'll do that. Fitness, strength, light-footed, and sneaking. I could also see us getting to the top. But then at that point... I don't know. I'll just have to keep on inventing new things as I continue to experiment. Anyway, probably I'll end up putting this video out tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll end up putting out the first of my, like, I don't know, XP farming videos. I really want to do an XP farming series because I just think it's such a cool concept for any game. And now that I've figured out so much more of it from this playthrough, I figure why not share it with the community? I got so many requests to make, like, a tips video. And since a lot of the old ones have been removed by previous authors... I mean, the game has changed so much, I figure why not? It would be fun. I'd like to do it. And at this point, I don't know, we'll give him updates every now and then. But as I said in the beginning of the video, and I know there wasn't too much this time because all that I really had left was hot wiring for the most part. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. It really means a lot to me. This character has come way further, and honestly, people like identify with the character now. I've gotten art. It's awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.